Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Winning Mondays with KW Malaysia. My name is Mariah. I'm the training coordinator here, and I'm happy everyone's here this morning. We got lots of people already on Facebook Live, I hear, and lots of people on Zoom. So good morning to everyone. Guys, do you know it's like we're just like a week away, not even a week, we're like it's Chinese New Year coming up, so this is it, this is our last week to get serious and close some deals and get some things moving. I know we've been talking about this. I want to know who's going away for Chinese New Year, and if you're going away, going back home, whatever, balik kampong, which day are you going off? I'm always so curious when people are running off. Which day are they traveling? If you can put in the chat which day you're traveling, then we all know which days to avoid. No, but excited. I'm sure we're all excited here to go and go see family and go and eat lots of cookies and eat lots of great food. Yeah, I'm already in the holiday mood. Don't know about you guys. But we have a great show for you today. We have lots of we have two guests today, two exciting guests. Okay, yeah, thank you for putting your comments. I want to see who's going when you guys are all leaving this week. Okay, but right, to stay on focus, let's stay on focus, right? Which is our topic today, to be focused. So we're gonna focus this morning. We're gonna start with a poll question. Yeah, this poll question comes from our main guest today, about our focus. He is curious, Mr. Peter Sack is curious to hear from all of you. How long did it take you to close your first deal as a rookie? So when you first came in as a rookie, as an agent, just starting out, how long before you closed your first deal? Was it, here's the options for those who cannot see the poll, 0 to 1 month, or 1 to 2 months, or 2 to 3 months, or more than 3 months? Maybe some of you on the call are rookies right now, and you are also asking yourself this question of when am I going to close my first deal? So I would love to hear if as many people can participate as possible. That would be awesome. If you're on Facebook Live, you'll probably see the poll question in the chat, and you can just type your answer below. We would love to hear from you all. We want to know what's the typical amount of time it takes when rookies are just joining. How long it take them to close their first deal. I'm sure you're all curious also to hear from others, right? How long did it take people to close their first deal? Was it in the first month? I think that's pretty impressive, Live. You can close in the first month, be able to get a listing, be able to get a buyer, find, connect the people together. That's quite impressive. Yeah, or 0 to 1 month, 1 to 2 months, 2 to 3 months, more than 3 months. Okay, let's see. Curious to see.
Everyone can answer lah. Even I think everybody go through the rookie stage, right?
Yeah. Hey, Peter, thanks for joining us. I know he's I'm glad you asked this question. It's a great question. Yeah, I think everyone has been through this. That's right. Everyone who's an agent will have something to answer here. Yeah. So we have about half of you have been answering so far. We need more answers, guys. Come, give us some more answers. We want more people to participate in this poll. This is a good way. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about focus, and definitely as a rookie, we need to be focused in order to close that first deal. But I think we all know we need to be focused our entire career, right? Otherwise, very hard to be able to reach our goal, reach our dreams, and all of that. Okay, I'll give you guys another 5 seconds to finish this poll. Easy poll, only one question, guys. You can do this. Everyone can do this. Okay, so I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. At least we got one more in before the end. Okay, so of the people who answered, not including those on Facebook, unfortunately. So, it's a tie. It's a tie between 0 to 1 month and more than 3 months. That's interesting. So 30%, 33% are like, did it at the very beginning. And then another 33% were like, okay, more than 3 months. And then the rest were like in the middle. Very interesting. We're going to have to talk about that later together with our guests. Okay, I'm going to stop this poll thing, and I'm going to bring our guests on. Our first guest. Okay, Peter, come and join me on the stage.
Hi,
Welcome. Good morning. Good morning.
morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Peter. I'm division directors, platform owners, as well as productivity coach. So I've been with Reapfield for the last how many years? 2 years.
Only 2 years up. I feel like it's
2
longer.
years and like 3 months, coming
Huh.
to 4 months. So
That means
27 months with Reapfield.
27 months. That means you joined just before Mila. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, few months before.
Are you ready for Chinese New Year?
Sort of, but stand by anytime for appointments. So we have our year-end dinner already, but business still going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have ang pao ready for people to come collect from you?
Yeah. Why not? Anybody can come and collect ang pao from me.
Very nice. Okay, you're so sorry to do that to you.
Yeah, no worries.
I know some people are gonna come and ask you now if they can pay
Yeah.
you.
Cool.
Yeah. So tell us about your okay, so you said you joined Reapfield only 27 months ago, but tell us a little bit about your background in real estate for those who don't know you.
Oh, okay. Uh, I've been in this business for the last up to now 13 years.
Okay.
So I start my career in August 2010. Yeah, so along the way, I do a lot of businesses as well as coaching lah, both lah. So mostly in Mont Kiara area. So, but then I'm not always in Mont Kiara, so I come and go. But recently, then we come back and restructure everything lah for the last 2 to 3 years. So yeah,
Okay, so you restructure everything.
restructure my module or the way I conduct my team lah.
Okay, yeah. So I understand you have a
Mm.
mega listing team, is that right? In Monkira?
Uh,
Or what do,
yeah,
what do you
sort of.
what do you call it? What do you call it? I shouldn't ask you your
Yeah,
words.
I like to call it a mega team, but we are still in, still building up as a mega team lah. Because I believe in the current market conditions, right? We all need a mega team. So for us, for all of us to progress and make good money lah.
Okay. So tell me about this mega team. How does it work? Like, how is your model of
Okay.
team?
Yeah. Before that, I maybe want to say, probably this is the common challenges for all agents, whether you like it or not, whether you're a rookie or whether you are in the market for maybe 3 years or more. We have these challenges such as, we have a lot of competitions going on, right? And then we probably have this another problem is that our business capital, right? So one side is business capital. The other one is that you need to be super fast. There's a lot of competitions. So if you work alone, it is very, very tough. The current market, I think we all understand that most of the European countries, they have this thing called listing agent and client agent, right?
And
So
client
in
agent?
client agent,
Oh,
one
like for
side
the
is
buyer?
client agent, buyer agent and listing
Okay.
agent. So in our local markets, I think we don't practice this much because I think a lot of people, they take their own listing and they market it themselves. They represent both sides. So it is fine. It depends on whichever market area you're doing. If your market allow you to do in such a manner and you can close good deal and consistently, it is okay. But I think a market like Mont Kiara or KLCC or those market, which is there is a lot of agents doing. So you really need a proper structure in order for you to move faster. So leveraging on each other as a team,
Right.
I think is a way to go lah.
Can
I personally believe it. That's the way to go.
Right. There's a question, a great question, which I didn't think to ask. Can you describe what is a mega team actually? Just explain.
Okay,
What
in
that is.
brief, mega team is actually what someone is actually in charge of the listing, which is a listing agent, right?
Okay.
and the rest of the agents are actually focusing in buyers or tenant, right?
So
So we
different
work.
agents have different roles in the
Yeah,
team.
different agents have different role, but mostly the agent are actually they only need to be good at generating the leads, buyer leads or tenant leads, right? So then I myself as a listing agent, so we create a listing bank to support the team, so everyone can move faster, and we can, let's say for agent, you can start with 150 listing online as fast as within a week. We have someone in our team do it within 2 or 3 days, 150 listing online.
Wow.
So this is achievable through this kind of structure, but if you do it A to Z, I think you require a lot of times, right? So it will
Right.
take a longer time, take a lot of efforts, and if you are a rookie, there's a lot of things you need to learn in order for you to do this.
Hold on, just to clarify, right? So you're saying that if someone joins your team,
Yeah.
they don't have to go out and find their own listings. Like you are providing, as a group, you share the same listings. Is that right?
Correct. So we have our group chat. One is called sale mega team sales chat room. The other one is called mega team rent or let group. So we divide into these two group. One is you have listing for sale. The other one you have listing for rent. Yeah, and we have all the details. We have the Google Drive. We have the Facebook private chat group. So everyone can actually take the listing from there and advertise immediately.
I see. They can
Yeah,
just put
yeah,
them up.
yeah.
Right. Right. So you mentioned two things. You said the two reasons why you feel you need to work in a team is because of business capital, and you mentioned about the speed, the need to be very fast.
Correct, correct.
Can you elaborate on those two?
Yeah, you see, when you want to move fast, right, you must have a good number of listing. Because I think a lot of agents, they have this thing like, okay, they advertise, and when the inquiries come, they go back to owner, and the owner say rented, or the owner say it's already sold.
Okay.
So this one, like the time when you advertise until the time you have the inquiries, right? A lot of people have, I think rookie, they have this problem like, it takes some time for them to generate the leads. But when you have 150 listing at one go, you already have the quantity. So this quantity will actually increase your probability of getting inquiries, right? So
Because
if you
people,
have, because some agent, they say, we don't have so many listing. If I have like 30, I think good enough because I cannot handle so many. All right. So if you are doing listing agent and as a buyer agent, so you probably need a lot of time in handling this. Right? So this part, I think we need to manage it well. Otherwise, we don't produce the result that we want.
so you're
So
saying by having more listings, you can close things faster?
yeah, you can even get your first inquiries within the first 2 weeks. Yeah, if you do it correctly. So
You can
of course, there
buyers
is a
faster.
second and third step after that.
Oh, okay. What's the second and third step?
Yeah, of course, when you advertise, right, you thought you just advertise and then you will get the inquiries, right? But if you just advertise 30, you probably don't get the inquiries. Probably you got one or two inquiries. But how to go from quantity to quality, that requires a certain fine tuning. Yeah, for example, if you you advertise 150, so that let's say for example, if you only do one condo and you do 30 advertising or 30 listing online, okay? Or if you do, because in Mount Kiara, we have like almost 70 condos.
Yeah.
So if you can do 150 listing and cover, let's say 20 to 30 condos.
Okay.
So it definitely makes sense that you get the inquiries, right? Because your coverage is bigger. You
Right.
cater to different needs. So that's already part one, which you already done it correctly. So part two is like how you narrow down to the advertisement that has a lot of engagement or a lot of viewers.
Okay.
Then you can start to look at it, whether the pricing is correct or whether this grade A listing. So you put in more effort you pay more credits to make sure that this ad appear on the first page.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you have a top 10 listing every week, you focus in featuring this top 10 listing or premium this top 10 listing. So you will get more inquiries. And then from what we say quantity to quality is that you, at the beginning, 150 listing, you get inquiries, probably is a grade C buyer. Buyer also there's a grade A, B, and C. So if you were to attract grade B or grade A buyer, you must have something very good to offer. Like you have a very good condition unit, you have a good price unit, which is something like below market value. Also, you have something which is very rare in the markets, like you have something that people don't have. So you attract a lot of inquiries and probably you get a grade A buyer.
I see.
So this is the step 2. So if you do it correctly, then you start closing deal a good profile clients, you say.
Right. But I have some follow-up question on this from Facebook. How is your team different from a usual co-broke arrangement? So the fact that you're
Very good
sharing,
question.
yeah.
Very good
Okay.
question. You see, if you are purely going for co-broke with anyone out there, right? So you probably come across some very senior agent. Okay, good. So you don't have issues to work with them because they know what they are doing as a listing agent, right? But sorry to say, sometimes you come across some agent who they don't know what they're doing. So you work with a joker. So you end up, if you bring a quality client buyer, you end up, you don't get the deal because the working, how we say, the quality of working together is not there.
Okay.
So it's very challenging. So my agent is very lucky because we work among ourselves, or they work with me because I'm the listing agent. So they have a lot of bonuses, like I will do the presentation and do the closing for them if they are new. Yeah, I will go and meet the client with them, and I will analyze for them. You have to identify the client needs, which a lot of rookies require some training, right? So this is like, you not only co-broke with me, but you get a lot of value-added things. I will coach you. I will tell you how to identify the client needs, to identify the decision maker, and then to match the client's requirements. And in the shortest time, probably got second viewing, third viewing, then you close the deal. So
Wow.
that is the bonus, those who work in the mega team. So you're not only getting the listing from me, but you're getting the support.
Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of support and
Yeah.
training and like mentorship, it sounds like, because they get to follow you, they get to see how you do the listing presentation and close the listing, things like that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Wow, I have lots more questions from myself. Okay. I want to know actually, how do you run your team? Tell us about this, how you're doing this team. What's the system that you're using? How
Okay,
often?
actually, we have not a very big team. We have actually quite a small team.
Okay.
But sometimes the team, like within 12 agents, is very good size because there's a lot of personal touch. There's a lot of engagement with the agent. I can fully focus on them. So I think it's a good number, but of course we want to increase the numbers. Okay, so your question is how?
Like, how do you run your team? What kind of activities do you do? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we have our meetings lah. Early on we have once a week. So I think our agents they need more time to do their own things. So we do once in 2 weeks now.
Okay. So you have a meeting once every 2 weeks as a
Yeah,
group?
every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
And then one-to-one coaching, like if they have a very serious thing want to discuss, we meet once a month. But we don't like make it a compulsory lah. And then we have sometime meet up together before meeting and have some discussion, and they can ask questions, these kind of things lah. So, but of course, during the handling client time, we have a WhatsApp. A lot of things that we discuss lah, like what unit we recommend to the client, and then you have to watch out whether this is a genuine client, and you know, yeah, a lot of things going on in that sense lah.
Right.
So basically, that is quite basic. We do very simple thing lah. We don't do very complicated things.
What do you do in your meetings? Those meetings that
Meetings. we have sharing.
Okay.
Some people do a big deal. Some people do 1 week, maybe 2, 3 deals. So the top performer share a bit.
Okay.
Then we try to learn from this top performer.
So you're learning from each other in the group.
Yes, and
Mhm.
then we have a topic of that meeting. Like today, let's say we talk about how to get unlimited leads. So the topic is focusing in this topic lah. Once a week, we have different topic.
I see different topics, right?
Mm.
Right. Cool, cool. Yeah, so what do you find is like the value to the team members then? I mean, you've mentioned so far there's coaching, you have coaching, so that's one of the values that you offer to the team member and
Yeah.
all the listings that are available to them.
Yep.
Quite good.
I think it's a package deal lah, right?
Mm,
So when you join my team, you can actually leverage, you can level up, you can
mm.
improve. I think knowledge and knowledge on the products itself, right? So there's a lot of thing we talk about how to analyze the markets, how to, what is the performing listing, those kind of things. So we have market insight, we have a lot of
Mm.
sharing. I think also a lot of goodies lah. They get it. Sometimes we have a special campaign, so you're not only getting 50%, sometimes you get up to 70%.
Sorry, 50%. What does that mean?
Okay, let's say you're buyer agent, right? You come and co-broke with me. You're supposed to take 50, right?
Okay.
All right. So a certain period of time we have special campaign, so we allow our agent to get us up to 70%. So
Oh,
I'll
I
take the
see.
30%.
Okay, okay. So that's definitely different than your typical co-agent as well.
Yeah. So I have a lot of bosses to take care of.
Nice,
So
nice.
they are actually my partners lah. We look at ourselves as in the business. So we have I'm working with my partners.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Mm.
So do you see yourself as like a business owner then in this or do you see,
Uh,
how do you see yourself in this
I
structure of
see
like a
myself as more like a partners to my team rather
mm,
than a business lah. Because but of course we run it as a business, but
mm,
we don't want to make it like we are a corporate kind of structure.
mm,
Yeah, because we are in a sales team. So sales team is about people. So
mm,
it's about a win-win, right?
okay.
So if I'm running a business, probably I'm the one win the most. But here is like sometimes they win more than me. So they make more money than me. Right, correct,
Nice,
right?
nice.
If they get 70%, I get 30%, they win more than me.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like that. So I can see the people are important to you. Okay,
yeah,
that
very
must be
important.
right. So, I mean, our topic today is all about focus, right? How do you feel that you are putting focus into your partnership business that you have, this team? How
Mm.
is your understanding of focus? Mm,
Okay, I think focus, maybe let's say talk about focus. What is focus is all about? Because a lot of people, they say they're focus.
mm,
Okay, focus is talking about you are reducing the distraction, all right,
mm.
in
Okay.
whatever you do so that you can 100% put your time and effort in make it correctly and produce result. So this is called focus. So I think if I want to focus in something, right, I will put 100% effort in something. So like if I want to build a team, so I need to focus in supporting my team. So I will try to avoid a lot of others distraction, try to reduce the distraction to the minimum.
Okay.
So being like if I go to my market area and stay and live there, right,
Mm,
in order to support the team. So I think this is part of the effort
mm.
in focusing and produce more result.
So can we mention that? Yeah. So where do you live in your area, or
I
tell us
live
about
in
that?
I live in Mont Kiara, Jalan Kiara 5.
Right. You actually purposely did that, right? You moved to Kiara to focus
Yeah,
there, is that
yeah,
right?
yeah. Because
Okay.
I don't have office there, so I
Uh-huh.
need a place where I can work and I can meet my agents. So we meet in the nearby cafe lah for
Oh,
discussion,
okay,
many
okay.
things. But of course, they can reach out to me anytime.
Right.
And of course, agents, when they have appointment, right, they're probably sometime when they're already quite seasoned in the area, they probably just take the key and show the clients. So I need to have a place where they can pick up the key.
Okay, okay.
So
So this
yeah, so I put in
comes
my mailbox so they can come and pick up the key. And yeah, and if let's say last minute, sometime they cannot make it, I can probably just assist a bit lah.
right. So you save a lot of time by just staying there, living there. You're able to
Yeah, because you see, like
catch.
I'm actually living in Choras.
Oh,
So
okay.
for me to travel to Mongkera every day, it requires at least half an hour if there's no traffic condition.
Yeah.
But
But
if there is, probably it will end up 45 minutes, 1 hour or more.
yeah,
So in like through and flow every day, is actually wasting a lot of time. So if I were to stay in Mongkera, I can start my appointment 9 o'clock without the condition. I can have my good morning coffee, right? And then I can do whatever morning prayers or whatever, and then I can just go to the appointment, just walk over.
right. Very
So
nice.
so this save a lot of time. So yeah, that's why I think this is important.
So you earlier you mentioned about your understanding of focus is to minimize the distractions.
Yeah.
Can I ask what are those main distractions that would compete to take away your focus on the way you're running your business? What are those main distractions for you?
Yeah, I think as mentioned just now, I think traveling time, right?
Oh, okay.
Traveling time is actually part of this distraction because you need to focus in driving and then you eat up a lot of times. So that
Okay.
one we can actually reduce. Like if I stay in the place in Mongkera, I can 100 focus doing my thing without any distraction. Like if I stay at home, someone on the TV or someone talking, so I can sit in the room, but it's a lot of distraction. The cat coming in, so a lot of distraction. So in order to reduce it, sometimes we have to have a place where we can have 100% focus without any distraction. So the reason why I stay in Mongkera is because of this. So I can 100% focus because I don't need to waste my time. Even sometimes I just grab food because I need to rush something, like I need to get ready. Tomorrow's appointment, there's a lot of arrangement I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut down on this so that I can do more things. So yeah. So I don't really yamcha with people unnecessarily because I think yamcha is also required a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah. So also cut down on that. Yeah. So that will give me more time in focusing on the work. Right?
Okay, but you also mentioned that you are the one that's getting most of the listings. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you do that? How do you get, so I mean, you mentioned 150 lah. So how do you build up to that? Do you have to keep like lead generating?
Yeah, yeah. I keep lead generating on a weekly basis or as when it's required.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to manage the listing. I have to, put in the Google Drive, upload all the photos, put in the summaries, and put in my WhatsApp group, as well as
Right.
put it into the Facebook group, and also update my agents. Sometimes agent ask, then we send some direct to them, when they have certain requirements. So this is part and parcel of daily work, sir.
Right. So this is I was gonna ask you what's your daily schedule like? So
Mm.
how do you do your lead generating actually?
I have KW Activate. Yeah, I think I rely quite a lot on that lah, because I don't really call the owner one by one because that requires a lot of times. But of
Okay.
course, I've been doing this WhatsApp. The message that we send to the owners, I've done a lot of fine tuning. So
Ah,
yeah, but I think it's quite effective now. But of course, I need to go deeper in calling them one by one. But there are some owners who has, let's say, 5 properties.
mm-hmm.
Some even have more than that, or some have 2 or 3. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll putting the effort to call them and to talk to them or even meet up with them lah. Because
Okay.
I need to understand, yeah. Because you talk on the phone, they will just say, I have these units available, but then they don't tell you what others unit, when is the next availability, and how much rental they are getting now, or which one
Right.
is going to be available soon.
Mm.
So when you yamcha with them, you can take note, you can ask one by one, and they can tell you. and also build a rapport with them, so they meet up with you, they will feel more comfortable.
Right. So
Yeah.
then, so you still do a little bit of yamcha lah, a bit lah.
This one yamcha with productivity one. Good
Yeah,
KPI
okay. So
one.
as long as your focus is there and there's a purpose, there's a
The
even,
purpose, this kind
yeah.
of yamcha can yam. We drink with agent, yes. With our partners, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Can you tell us, like, I don't know if you had prepared this, any specific challenge that you faced, and that how you overcame it, you know, in the past year? I think people like to hear about a challenge or a difficulty and how you help people overcome.
Actually, there's a lot of challenges. I think in anything we do, right, we definitely come with a lot of challenges, but it depends how we embrace it and how we overcome it, or maybe improvise lah. So such as like when I started in Reapfield, I start to work on this mega team things because I have a conversation with another. So he said, in Monkera, you need a mega team. So
Okay.
then I start looking in how to structure it according to the
KW
mega team
model.
structure, model. But then of course still not 100%. So first thing is I ask all my team members to come to Monkera, but some of them hesitate because they are doing their own market area. But I don't force them, but I'll tell them, you come to here, and I reason out why Monkera, why you need to come to Monkera, and how you can make more money in Monkera, that kind of thing. So we fine tune on that part on the agent side, and also when generating leads on listing, right? Also, there are challenges. And then, okay, when we got the listing, we have these challenges like, oh, we are not fast enough, right? Some other agent is faster than me. So we got like maybe 60 listing in a condo. So maybe every week we hear somebody, some unit, some owner said, or rented or sold. So we want to be part of the what do you call, the market share, right?
Yeah.
So we need to improvise on our speed. How can we compete faster? So there's some fine tuning on that part as well. So still a lot of fine tuning going on, but definitely we can overcome it. But it requires time and effort to improvise. But I think every agent facing this, whether you like it or not, with whichever market you do, right? So, but then that is called focus. When you focus in the same market for a certain period of time, you will be the expert of the markets. So you know what to do. You know, let's say, for example, what is the market trend now, all right? What is the client's behavior? What is the owner's behavior? Because whether it's the owner markets, whether it's the buyer markets, okay, seller markets or buyer markets, you need to know very well. What is the last year transacted? Who is the top performer? I mean, in terms of number, which condo is the hotspot? We need to know, right? So what is the reason? Let's say, for example, the recent one we need to identify, like let's say Trinity Pentamon.
Okay.
It is a brand new condo. It is less than a year old. But surprisingly, the performance of this condo is quite good in the sense that the owners are enjoying a good rental rates. So what is the reason, and how come we are not part of this thing? And maybe we have listing, but we are not very focused in this, so we probably lose out a bit. So we need to watch out when there's a new condo handover. Then we need to be more alert. We need to work harder on that. So there is always an indication if we can make it, or what did we do correctly. But if we don't make it, or what we need to improve, right? What is the reason other people can do it and we don't do it?
Okay. So I heard you saying you're constantly trying to keep up with which condos are trending, which one is becoming hot, and then looking at how's your market share in that condo, and then how can you increase your activity in that particular condo that's trending. Is that right? Is that something that you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the meantime, to manage a team that they can actually cope up with the market's competition. So it's a few things to. We look at few areas, key areas to improve.
Can I ask? I don't know if you have the numbers offhand, but how many condos are you having on your team right now? Do you have listings in?
I think we probably cover like 20 plus to 30.
Okay. And you mentioned that there's 70 condos altogether.
Yeah, some are very old, but of course, there are some which because Mongkiara actually, if you're looking at the map or you're looking at the actual Mongkiara area is actually, Seni is actually not Mongkiara because there's on the other side. Ajau is actually not Mongkiara, right? And then
Okay.
if you look at Desa Sri Hatamas, is actually not Mongkiara.
Okay.
But
So
when you're
this.
talking about the 70 condos, you actually cover even up to Arte or Solaris Park
Okay. 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 So
or
one
maybe on
Kira greater area kind of thing.
Greater Mongkiara. Actually, Mongkiara is quite interesting.
Yeah. So do you know what is your market share in all of, I mean, I don't know if you know how many units. There must be like thousands upon thousands, right? If you count all the units in all the condos.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
We don't have a specific number, but we try to hit at least as a beginning 10 to 20% of market share.
that's
Um,
your goal. Okay.
but
That'll be
I think that is not very important to us. But of course, we know
okay.
how much we get out of market. But I think the most important thing is our team. Let's say we have 12 focusing agents, right? We
Mm-hmm.
should have a good numbers of 1 to 2 million over a year GCI lah, group GCI.
You want the group GCI to be 1 to 2 million.
Yeah, 2 million. So this year we are heading to 2 million.
That's your goal.
Yeah,
2
I
million
think we,
GCI.
we, we talk about that first before we talk about uh how much you have in the market because the market is really huge.
Okay.
It's really
So
huge. So
even having like 1% is like a lot, right? Even
I
if you
think
can have
5% is a lot. I
a
think one,
5%.
2% is
Okay.
yeah, okay. So I think it should be like 5, 10%. I think as a start, 10% is really good already. So you got like I think 10%, right? You should have like 2 to 5 million that within that range already.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have 20%, like wow, you have more than 5 million. So you can open a branch already. Right?
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Mm.
Okay. Okay, I know we're gonna invite our second guest, but before we do that, we need to address the poster. Like, I heard a lot of people are asking you about the poster on where it says learn how to close deals and eventually hit a 400K GCI in a single sale transaction. What is this story about some 400K GCI in a
Mm.
single sale? What is this about? Tell
Yeah,
us.
interesting. I have somebody ask me, hey Peter, when you close that 100,000 deal, why you never
Yeah.
tell me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think our organizer to putting that as that is it's actually my credential. So I have this one biggest deal at 400,000, and of course I close some other like single deal 100,000 or 200,000. So it's actually my track records, and hopefully I can break this in very near future. So
Okay. So
looking
meaning
forward
this
to
is
that.
something that happened a while ago, this event where you closed a single transaction.
A couple
So
of years ago, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So
It's, it's,
so
it's, it's not this week. Somebody said, hey, how come
it
you
wasn't
close
last
this?
week, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
last week you closed. Is it? How come you never announced? How come I don't know one? So I said, yeah, I also don't know.
So
And
I
then,
think yeah, okay. Whenever it was, I'm sure we all want to
mm,
do that. I'm sure everybody want
yeah.
to close such a big transaction. Do you how can somebody do that? I mean,
Oh,
can you
okay.
give any advice? What's the secret to closing such a big deal? Hmm.
Okay. So your question is how to close a big deal, right?
Yeah, this type of big deals, how to go about
Mm,
that.
okay. I don't know whether I'm qualified to say this because I actually don't close many big deals. But
Okay.
yeah. So in order to close big deal, I think I'll take it as a jackpot or bonus. All right. So everybody has this opportunity. But how you manage to get the jackpot? Because some people say, hey, how come I don't have the jackpot one, right? So
Mm,
okay, the thing is like this lah. So if you are in the upmarket area, right, you are doing a lot of high end. You're handling a lot of high net worth clients.
okay.
High possibility you have a chance to close this deal. So
Mm,
the question is, are you already into this market? First thing. Second thing is, have you have show high net worth clients before? If like you show like 10, 20, because we are in number games, right? You show 10, 20, 30, definitely you hit one. It's about numbers and there's no secret. Actually, we are doing, till today, I also still doing a very basic thing, a very simple things, what most of the agents is doing. So I don't think I'm a good agent of a big deal, but I have the opportunity to close a big deal because I serve a lot of clients with high net worth that
Okay.
I have an opportunity to do so. So you have to start with leveling up yourself into high-end markets and start, dealing with all these clients and keep that in your database and work with them closely. And you'll be part of this statistic. Definitely, I tell you, anyone can do a big deal. There's no rocket science, right? The catch is very simple. You have something to offer the client want. Like let's say, for example, today somebody's come to you. They said, I have a 10 million budget or have 20 million budget. I want to buy a bungalows. So if you have something in hand to offer, you have a very high percentage or very high possibility you will be ending up closing this deal, right? But if
Right.
you have nothing to offer, then yeah, if you know how to work with a co-agent, if you have a client. So if you're in the market for long enough, you put in a lot of effort and you do a lot of fine-tuning and improvements along the way, you definitely be one of the agent that who can close the deal of 10 or 20 million or even more.
Okay.
More. So the question is, when you have someone knock at your door, with a 10 or 20 million budget,
Mm.
uh, are you ready? So it's always a phrase saying that opportunity are for those who are ready. So if you're ready, you get a deal,
So being
right?
ready, having those high net worth clients and being ready with the things that they want, lah.
Yeah,
Know,
if you are there,
knowing how
then
to work with them.
yeah. But you don't catch like, oh, I only want to go for big deal. I only do big deal. I don't do small deal. Then it doesn't work the way lah, right?
Uh,
Yeah, it doesn't work the way.
right, right. Okay, okay, good to know.
Okay,
So if people want to, if people join your team, will you teach them the secrets of working with the high net worth?
I can teach and share what I know lah, because
Okay,
I actually as maybe a small potato among the big player out there, right? So a lot of people are much better. But definitely, if you come to me, I will teach what I know. I will share what I know. So
right,
yeah. So I think there's no secret lah.
right. Very good. Okay, we have someone on the here with one of your team members, right? We have
Mm.
Mr. Phua. Yeah,
One
I
of
want to
my
invite you.
partners.
One of your partners. Okay,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. Welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. Glad you're here. Okay, yeah. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit your background in real estate? Like how long have you been in the industry and all that?
Okay. So yeah, my name is Phua. I joined Reapfield back in August, so about I think 6 months or so ago.
Okay.
Then I would say I'm not new to the industry lah. I joined the industry back in 2019, so I have about 5 years of experience. But most of my experience are in projects.
Oh,
So
okay.
I consider myself as a newbie in sub-sale and also newbie in One Kiara. Okay. So the thing is I have always wanted to go into the higher end market because most of the time I've been doing all the mass market products like 500,000 600,000 products lah in projects. So I've always wanted to go into high end. So and I live just 10 minutes away from Mont Kiara. So I
Mm,
thought, okay lah, why not I just start from Mont Kiara since it's a established and well-known location.
okay.
So yeah, that's a bit about how I my journey and how I end up in Mont Kiara.
Ah, so your idea to come to Mont Kiara was not because of Peter, like you thought it was already your plan.
Yes, to be honest, it's not because of Peter. Because I want to start I want to settle down or try or give myself like a year or so to start from Mont Kiara. And if it doesn't work out, then I was planning to move to Bangsa,
Mm,
as in like Bangsa Market, because it's also not too far from where I live. Because I realized after like 4 or 5 years in the industry, right, your geographical location, your where you're selling, it's a very it's important to relate it to where you stay, because then you will be able to know more about that area in terms of like the most important food, then accessibility to like grocery, and even the how jam is it, how many
Right.
schools are there. I think these kind of things will play a part when during your presentations.
Right. You will look like really the expert of this area. You actually
Yes,
know
yes,
all the
yes,
small things.
yes, yeah. And
Okay.
people can tell whether you like this place or not through there. Somehow they can sense it lah.
Nice. So why did you decide to join Peter's team then? How did you come to that idea?
Okay, so Peter's team, because I was looking for who to work with in so I'm someone who is a firm believer of leveraging and working with people, building like a win-win kind of relationship lah. Then I came to know that Peter has a team in Wongkera. So then I got in touch with him. I would say first I resonate well with him lah. His ideas and his method and everything. But more importantly is the mega team structure, because I realized, like he said, there are 60 to 70 condos in Wongkera. Which one to start off? So that also going to take me some time to even like build a profile in 4 or 5 condos in Wongkera. It's going to take me a lot of time. So with the amount of listings he had in hand, it allowed me to build a profile in Wongkera. Like, for example, very simple, like let's say an owner clicks into my profile in iProperty, he can see that, oh, I have like 100 listings. Then most likely I'm a serious agent in Wongkera.
Yeah, yeah.
Then from there, it's easier for me to talk to owners, even like tenants, and also even co-agents. So then I think it's especially for newbies like me, I think it's a very, very quick and shortcut into the market. Yeah, that's why it was a no-brainer after the first coffee session. Then I immediately told him, okay, I'm good to start.
Okay. So this is the main, having access to all those listings so that you're immediately considered a serious agent, in that area. This is like the one benefit to you and being in the team.
Yeah, I would say that's the main one because the Wongkera owners, they can be quite selective one.
Okay.
They don't simply work with people. And the other thing is because he and Peter and the team has so much experience and knowledge about properties in Wongkera. So every time we meet, I will learn something. I will know something happened in Wongkera or happened in that particular condo.
Okay.
Or what condo,
like the latest
what
gossip
condo is different and all. So then when I talk to the owners, it's easier for me to speak to them. At least I know something lah.
Okay. What else have you found helpful just being part of this team? Anything else that's
I think it's the accessibility to the tenants and to both sides lah. Because anytime I need a listing, right, I can either go to Peter or I go to the team. Because most of us we sometimes we like certain condos, we don't like certain condos. So those condos that we like, we will focus more and have more listings there. So what I like doesn't mean is what he or she likes. So then we can share the listings. And of course, Peter seemed to like all the condos lah. So he has almost listing in almost all condos lah.
It's what I like lah. It's the part of the business.
So that is one thing that's very helpful lah.
Hey, cool. I like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, can you share with us some of your recent closings? I understand you had some closing very like last week or a few weeks ago, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was on a dry spell for almost 3 weeks. Then suddenly 2 closings in 4 or 5 days. and both
Ah,
One Kiara. Yeah,
wow,
so
awesome.
one is a rental and one is a project. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
I think when I look back, it's is both are related. So the condo is because of the exposure, in terms of the number of listings in that particular condo. So for that condo, right, there are not many listings available. I would say there are only like 5 or 6 listings available. And out of that 5 or 6, right, most of the listings are other agents have. There is only that one listing that Peter has.
Mm.
So he's able to get that kind of so-called exclusivity lah to that listing.
Ah,
So that tenant actually viewed the other 4 or 5 already. Then I just try my luck to say, hey, why don't you just have a look at this? Then they came, and then the next day they made a decision. Yeah,
nice.
so that is for the rental. And for the project, it's one of the new under construction project in Mont Kiara. So this was this buyer, he don't stay in Mont Kiara. He doesn't really know Mont Kiara, but the price makes sense to him. So how I convinced him, I believe, is based on my experience on the rental side of
Mm.
properties in Mont Kiara. Like he don't believe that Mont Kiara, the 8,000 to 15,000 price range, sometimes it's easier to rent than the 2 to 3,000 price range.
Mm.
So he doesn't believe that. Then I show him, now, bro, you look at the inquiries I get, these are for, 10,000, 12,000, 8,000 like that. Then slowly, he understood, then he did his research and all. Then he committed to the purchase.
Wow, that's awesome. Must be a big ticket sale then.
Yeah, yeah. So it's so that's why I say it's related lah. It's related.
Right.
Mm.
I see now how the benefit of being part of this team with so much experience, so much rental experience, that you have access to all this information.
Yes. And this
Very
is
cool.
only like I would say I officially start swimming in this Mont Kiara only about 2 months, 3 months, less than 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah. So this is what happened recently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm wanting to go back to that poll question. What did you both think about this? How quickly should a rookie coming in be able to close a deal? I'm curious on both your answer about this question from maybe Pro, what do you think? If a new rookie came and joined like a team like this, how soon do you think they can close a rental or a sale?
I think within a month is possible. Within 2 months is definitely
Okay.
within 2 months is definitely provided you stick to the business model lah of I was trying to overcome my laziness. So it took me 3 to 4 weeks, less than a month lah, to hit about 100 listings in iProperty.
Oh, to go and you have
So
to keep them in, right? You have to
yeah,
upload.
you really look into choosing the nicest picture, and then
Mm.
picture premium it on a consistent basis and also. So if you're really hardworking, you can rank up to about 100 over to 150 listings within a month. Say the closings are now will come naturally lah.
I see. Wow, very cool, very cool. Yeah, Peter, do you agree on this? How soon a rookie should be able to close a deal?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, 1 month, I think, yeah, some people make it within the first month or first 3 weeks or, yeah, even first week. But
Wow,
I think generally 2 months is, yes, I think is
quite
definitely
reasonable.
achievable. But if you do the 150 listing within the first week, you will have your inquiry probably the second or third week.
I see.
Yeah,
So
like Phua case is that he has do a little bit of fine tuning so he get a quality leads. But I think all of his leads are actually quite good quality. I think also this one his background where he's coming from, so he got a certain talent which is I think is with him, so he know how to do it correctly. So in a shorter time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sintu, Phua, you mentioned about exclusive. We didn't talk about this actually. It's a good question. So it means most of your listing are not exclusive. Is that right, Peter?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. Because I think owners in Monkera condos, they select agent. They select they are quite selective. But
Okay.
if you start working with them, they want to know how well are you, how
So
many appointments you have. So like we always impress our owner with the number of appointments we have. So there is also I leverage on the team leverage on me because I have the listing, they leverage on me. But I leverage on them is because they got the number of inquiries and leads. So when there's a lot of appointments, the trust and the confidence from the owner side, right? So that play a big role. So I think that mega team can actually, if we leverage and we do it correctly, so we can get more exclusive listing.
right.
Yeah.
So okay, so you're saying they're very selective, but they don't always give exclusive, but some
Yeah.
do. You do have some exclusive, but
Yeah, we do have some, but
okay.
we built along the way that we built the trust. For example, this one where Phua is close, this owner is actually a minister and he's a politician.
Okay.
So we built the trust, like I built the trust for the over 3 to 4 years with him because the past two client, how we maintain the units and how we make good his units. His units like getting nicer and nicer lah now.
Nice.
So that owner will feel very happy because that we I think we are actually providing a lot of values to him lah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So also improve our rapport with him as well.
There was a question earlier that I didn't get to ask that came in, I think from Facebook, or how do you invite owners to come out to Yamcha? Since you mentioned about that, since there's so many agents, how do you get there? Like you mentioned, they're selective, and all that. How do you convince them to connect with you when there's so many competition?
Oh, I think we also start from maybe a phone conversations or maybe just a WhatsApp, and then they provide their listing, and then we come back with a few appointments, and then one of the appointments probably they come over, so we meet up and then say, why don't we just go for a cup of coffee? So some owner they will invite you for coffee, some we invite them for coffee. So yeah. Yeah, some of them very free. They every day send a lot of message. Some of the owner too free, so they every day want to yamcha with us, but we cannot. I
Got
have
it.
an owner every day send me a car pictures. This car is the newest version. This one is what version? Which car is better?
Oh yeah, so you become friends with them lah, basically.
We become friends, but sometimes they are too free, but we are not free.
They're too friendly. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
you have
asks you to go for test drive. He asks you, I got this car, you want to drive or not? You
Oh,
say,
this is interesting distractions. Okay, now we know the
yeah.
truth, the real
And then the other
distraction.
day, I got this owner say, hey, you want to top up your whiskey? Let's catch up. I have few new bottles of whiskey at home. Please come over.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we're getting the real stories. Okay.
And then I told him I love to, but sorry, I got early appointment tomorrow. So
Okay.
then I said maybe we catch up one of these day for Chinese New Year, probably just.
So you do a little bit, but not too much. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your focus, right? And
Yeah. Everybody yamcha, right? So many owner want to yamcha with us,
oh,
especially the so-called they got a lot of money and get nothing to do one. We have this kind of this kind of owner who got a lot of money. They are very free
and they're
and they are
very
retired. The best thing
yeah.
is they're retired and they got nothing to do, so they will look
Okay.
in.
So
Yeah.
this is an opportunity. You can start some club for them, lah, or something.
Wow. Then you start getting too busy and become
Okay,
a club
no.
organizer.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. You build your team. You get like
Yeah.
some club organizers as part of your
Mm,
team to
mm.
build more relationship with all these owners.
Yeah. Good idea, right? Good idea.
Yeah,
Probably
you can
we should.
hire somebody to do this.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I have a few more questions. I want to ask Phua, what's your goals for this coming year? Your personal goals for business?
Of person, me, okay. On a personal level, it will be I want to sell at least. I want to find a formula to sell at least 10 properties in Mont Kiara on a consistent or sustainable basis lah. Because
Sorry, 10 over how much? Sorry, out of a
10,
year?
10 in a year. 10 in a year.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least every year I consistently have 10 sale in Mont Kiara lah. So I think that is the main goal this year. Because it's, I don't know, as of now I feel it's a bit hard to sell. Rental, yeah, okay. So far I think
You know how to do that regularly.
I kind of know how to do that, but it's just the selling part which is quite hard because you have many range. You have the below a million to 2 million, and then you have like the 3 million. So it's yeah, this year I want to try to I also work with Peter lah to try to crack that code lah.
Interesting. Okay. So maybe you need to focus on one segment more than another.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I think Phua, you definitely can do it lah. So it's a matter of time. Because I think a lot of people, you from don't know to become expert is a process. So it depends how fast you improve and how fast you do the adjustment lah. I think definitely you can
Nice.
do that. Yeah.
On that note, I want to ask this question to you, Peter, that came in the chat. Of course, in your team, I'm sure we all know there will be people who perform better than others, right, in the team. Someone asking if you have favorite agents in the team that perform well. Probably you have favorite, or just, I mean, some will perform better. But
I
also,
think as a business perspective, right? So I think any business owner would like to would love to work with someone who produce good result lah. So
yeah.
this one we can't avoid. But I try to be fair to everybody. But then of course, I've seen the other one lady sharing, this lady who is a very successful lady in some of the Insta video or whatever. She said, they don't blame the leader to have favoritism. But favoritism, it depends on how you look at it. Definitely the team leader or the boss, they will definitely want to work with someone who are very productive and very this one. But I will give fair chance to everybody and we work, and of course it has to be a fair things because we are working on a win-win situation.
Right.
So we can't be like every time reminding you, every time talk to you, and then nothing happen, right? So yeah. If this thing happen, then we will start to give you less time because it's only fair that
if
our
you're not
time
working,
will be we are focusing on the productive person.
Right. So how much you give in, then we will also give back to you lah.
Right. It's a two-way thing. So it's not favoritism. It's that we work with people who like to work with us.
There's a follow-up question though of what is your strategy to help the ones who are not performing so well? Yeah.
We definitely will analyze with them. We can have a review. We can have analysis together. But of course, one person, in order to produce result, you're willing to take the challenge to improve.
Right.
I think to change is a very challenging thing. But you have to make a decision to change. If the thing doesn't work, you have to use a different strategy. You have to, change the way how you work. You definitely have to work very hard, right? You have to be well disciplined, and of course, you must be a team player. Some people are coachable, some people are not. Sorry to say. So if you are coachable, I think it's not how smart you are. It's how much you determine to produce a result.
Right.
If you're determined enough, someone is willing to help you, and you're not far from that. But if you're not willing to put in the effort, but you're only dreaming, so it's a bit hard lah, very hard. We have a lot of people who say they want to do wonders, but action speak louder than anything. So we want to see a lot of actions.
Yeah, I see.
Put in the theory into practice, right?
Yeah.
So if that you can do, then I think you are on the way.
Yeah, I mean, hearing everything you're saying, everything from the rookies to the ones that are working very hard, everything you said is if you put in the effort, if you put in the listings, and you will get the inquiry, and if you're willing to work hard, you're willing to be coachable, take advice, then you can succeed. Is that right?
Yeah, because our business is not very difficult kind of things. It's actually very simple.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a lot of action. You need to put in a lot of effort just to make it happen.
Right. Nice. Thank you. I want to come back to Phua. I want to ask you the same question about challenges. Can you share any specific challenge that you faced over the past year and how you overcame it? Yeah.
Mm, for me, it's very straightforward in terms of how to start, how to,
Ah,
build, how to have a presence in Wong Kiara.
great
So
question.
yeah, how I overcame it was through Peter's method lor. So but I have to give credit to KW and Reapfield's the what's that thing, the Ignite lah. So
Oh, really?
Peter was through Ignite. So if I didn't attend Ignite because I joined at the later part of the year, so if there wasn't any more Ignite, I wouldn't have know about Peter then. Yeah.
No
So
way. That's so cool. You met Peter through Ignite.
yeah, he was one of the presenter.
Yeah.
One of the days,
Yeah.
and his session was very early. So somehow I was able to wake up early and be there on time and all. So so yeah, then he talked about Mont Kiara. Then yeah, I managed to meet up with him, catch up with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the session on offers.
So
How to
Mariah,
offers.
credits
Yeah.
goes to you.
Yeah, credits to you.
Yeah, let's go Ignite, my favorite class, guys. Wow, I had no idea. That's amazing.
So yeah, but the main challenge was how to start.
Right.
And then through this Peter's model, I was able to overcome it. Long story short, it's like that.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
So now I'm excited about Ignite again.
Yeah.
You know, this is also a shout out to all those who want to be those trainers, right? Because then, Peter, you're also benefiting, right, by getting someone like Phua to join your team because you were a trainer in Ignite.
Yeah, it's
You get
always
this
win-win lah. Always win-win.
connection. Very cool, very cool.
Yes.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna break for some announcement, and when we come back, I want to hear from Peter and Phua some final word of advice or encouragement to everyone on the call, you know, on how to build their business. Maybe a little last minute call for the few days before Chinese New Year to do something. Put in the effort. Don't be lazy. Wake up early. All that stuff. Yeah, give them some encouragement about their business. Yeah, okay. And then everyone on the call, you can make some comment. Yeah, that would be nice. You can say thank you. Okay, speaking of Ignite, I swear I did not set this up. This was really, truly spontaneous. But, you know, obviously Ignite is amazing, as you just heard. So we are going to be starting Ignite again on 20th of February. This week, you will be seeing the messages going out. So we're going to be starting Ignite again on 20th of February. What's going on? This week, you will be seeing the messages going out. Are you guys getting a big
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, and as you can see, all these gorgeous photos. Look at this. These are all the trainers. You see how amazing our team is in KW. We have so many trainers that are giving their time, basically volunteering their time to come and train in Ignite. And these are all agents who are successful by their own right, have a lot of experience, and they're coming to give back to the community and share their expertise. So this class covers everything you need to know to run a very serious business. It's for anyone who, it's a big commitment. It's 20 sessions over 5 weeks, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You come in, you learn for 2 hours with the trainer. And then we do 2 hours of action where we are doing our lead generation together. We are working on our business together. We are doing those money-making activities together and supporting one another. So if you want to put in the time and you are ready to take your business to a new level, please consider joining Ignite from 20th of February onwards from all these lovely trainers. Okay? All right, next slide. Okay, this is another opportunity. So especially for those who are new to KW or new to the industry, this workshop that happens once a month, build a 100K pipeline in 90 days. It means how do you build a pipeline that can give you 100K GCI in 1 year? If you want to earn 100K this year, if you follow this system, you can build a pipeline of leads and buyers and sellers that will give you that within 90 days. So you can come and join George. This is George. He's a very good trainer, very good. I went to his session, very inspiring, super inspiring. And you will get the hands-on time to start to build up your plan for the year using our systems and models in KW. So please take note. It happens 1:30 to 3:30, the first Thursday of every month, basically. So you can sign up for that one. Great. Okay. Any other? I think okay, no more. That's all our announcements. So let's come back to Peter and Phua. Great. Okay. How about Peter? What's your word of encouragement to everybody?
Okay. Yeah, this is quote from someone. So
Okay.
you don't need to be good to start. You need to be you don't need to be very good at what you do to start, but you have to start and you can improve to be a better and expert. So start now. Don't wait. So whenever you do something like you want to go into the high-end markets, right? Start now. You don't need to be an expert in the high-end markets, right? You go into the market and you start figuring out and you learn and you become an expert.
Right. So don't think you have to be perfect before you start. Like just
Yeah,
start
yes,
and
yes.
grow as you get along, as you go along. Very
Mm,
nice.
mm.
Good encouragement. Okay, Phua, what's your word for the day?
Uh, I think maybe it's about finding your style. What's your working style? Do you like to work alone? Do you like to work in a team? And then the next thing is to find the market that you can apply your style in. So, for instance, some people they like to work more on their own. But they don't mind working extremely hard. Then you can go into maybe some other market lah. Or if you like to work in a team, work with a lot of people, you are okay with the co-broke method, the co-agency method, then you can go into Kiara or maybe like this or things like this. So because then only you are able to do it on a consistent and sustainable basis. So if you are going against something that you don't believe or it's not really your style of work, then you will keep on changing. So I think yeah.
So know yourself and how you like to work, and then join that type of style.
Correct.
Okay, and stick with it, right? As you mentioned, don't keep changing. But
I think focus maybe like I think nowadays 3 months is too short of time. I would say focus maybe at least 6 months. Really just put all your effort into it. And at least if it doesn't work out, you will learn something or you will realize something. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what
Great
I want.
encouragement. All right. So from Peter, just start, go for it. And then from Phua, stick it out for 6 months. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. Well, on that note, so thank you so much to Peter and Phua for joining us.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Wish you guys the best on your coming this whole year of your business. Next week we have no winning Mondays because it's Chinese New Year holiday, FYI, and we'll come back the week after. But thank you to everyone for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, guys.